Dearest and beloved, this is Yingping Li. First of all, welcoming to my second training video. Now, in this video, I am going to share with you how to experience divine intimacy and divine love. Before I start the content for this video, now if you have not watched the training video number 1, I would highly recommend you to go back and watch the training video number 1. And inside the training video number 1, I shared with you how to create divine body. And I shared the entire process step by step and take you through a simple steps how to bring in the divine light into your body, into your biological, physical, emotional, spiritual, and energetic body so that you can become more radiant, become the radiant self, to become the light self, and you will love that. And so please go back and also the love for you to leave me a comment to see what you learned and what do you like. And also share with me where you are in your spiritual journey, all right? Now, here is the 4 points that I wanted to share with you in order to, I call the first step to experience the divine intimacy and divine love in your life. The number 1 is become aware of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, because without awareness, and you will not know where what you have done or where you need to improve, right? Where you need to do differently, where you need to think differently, where you need to speak differently in order to truly experience the intimacy and love you wish to experience in your life so deeply. So awareness is a key in everything, because without awareness, we don't know where we are right now and how to making shift and change so that you will be where you want to be, which is experience more intimacy and love in your life. So become aware, pay attention, right? Pay attention to your own thinking, thoughts, and your own actions as much as possible. I know this is easier said than done, but with practice, and you can increasingly become aware of your own choices of words, your own choices of action, and your own choice of thought. And also, what other thought is holding you back from being intimate, right? As I said earlier, one of the key becoming intimate and experience more love and intimacy in your life is because of fear. So the fear is a part of the thoughts, right? And programming that we've been conditioned since we grown up, since we were in our family, the teacher, the environment where you grown up, that you were told what you are not good enough. You were told you were whatever it is. You are less than perfection. That is who you truly are. All right, so the number 2 point in order to experience the true divine intimacy and love in your life is to accept yourself. And this is critical. Whatever you have done or have not done in your life, whether you have guilt or whether you have regrets or whether you were told not good enough, whether you have tried something you failed, whatever it is, that you want to accept in yourself completely, because life is not about winning or losing. It is all about experience. There's no good or bad. It's only a divine perfection that allow you to discover the true nature of your being, which is the experience that you wanted to experience, which is the intimacy and the love you wish to have more in your reality or your life. So you have to accept yourself completely, unconditionally, without any reservations, and this is critical. So you're accepting yourself as who you are, as a divine being, right now and right here. I know it is sound easier than done, but if you make the decision to do so, the universe will just open up and allow you to accepting yourself. And just by this intention of doing so, you will be experience some amazing shift in your life. It will just add color and texture and all the deliciousness and the yumminess in your life that this is what you are here to experience. So the second point is to accept yourself no matter what. All right, so now the third point that I want to share with you is to be truthful to yourself. To be truthful to yourself. To be vulnerable and to be truthful to yourself. Sometimes that we kind of living in the life with a mask, right? Our heart desire one thing, and we are thinking and acting completely in disharmony with this too. Right? So we thinking, acting this way, but our hearts desire that way. So that's why that we are living in the life out of harmony, that we can be intimate even with ourselves. Because we are afraid that we might be not good enough. We are afraid of other people might reject me. We're afraid that we might look stupid, right? We're afraid. We have so much fears, right? We have so much fears that distracting ourselves to be authentic at the moment, to be our true self at the moment, to be vulnerable, and so we are hiding. We are hiding behind the mask, and. So that's why we are actually not allow ourselves to completely open up, to be in the moment, to be intimate, and to feel the intimacy with others and with ourselves. All right, so in the number 3 point, right? Being truthful is also being truthful in what you say to yourself. Being truthful, honoring your needs, and being truthful to say what you really want from your heart. If you might recognize how many times that we are saying yes, right? Saying yes, but really deep down you want to say no. So we are not being truthful to ourselves. We want to make other people happy, or we want to say yes to other people, but in the essence, you just not being truthful to yourself. And that is devastating to your heart and your soul, because your soul wants to express through you, and your heart wants to express who you are. And it's very important being truthful to yourself and speak your truth instead of saying to meeting other people's needs, or afraid of other people might judging you if you say no. So it is very critical being truthful to yourself, and also truthful to honor your needs are. Sometimes there's so much needs that your body needs, right? Your body has a needs. You, as a human being, there are specific needs that you want to meet. And so you want to be truthful to your needs and honoring your body's needs, honoring who you are, and give it, right? Give it whatever is necessary to make yourself happy. You know, if it's really choose between give yourself some time to relax or take a walk instead of say yes to somebody else and meeting their needs. So it is important to recognize that and being truthful to yourself, and especially honor yourself with words. And also part of the being truthful to yourself, it's also an vulnerability. So this will lead me to my number 4 point. The fourth point I wanted to share with you was being vulnerable. Being vulnerable is so important. It's also being authentic, right? Being authentic, being really who you are. Because there are so much energy we put out or we're putting in to pretend somebody which is not who we are. To be somebody else and pretend and not allow ourselves to being vulnerable actually takes a lot of energy, a good energy to do that. So you lose a lot of vitality and energy just being in the mask, not being vulnerable or being the authentic being of who you are. So being vulnerable also meaning allow yourself to make mistakes, right? Allow yourself to, you know, might be laughed at it or to be called whatever, to be called names. It's like in right front in this video and camera, I am also being very vulnerable because I just speak from my heart. I speak right here where I feel about, and some of the things that I'm sharing that you might not in resonate with for whatever reason. So I have to allow that vulnerability, allow myself to be seen as whatever it might be. So it is very important, allow yourself to make mistake, to be vulnerable, but still speak from your heart, speak your truth, because your heart and your soul just want to be truthful, want to be expressed, want to be heard, and it doesn't care about you make mistakes. Only in the mind, right? Only in the mind, in the 3D reality that we want to pretend, but the truth about who you are just wanted to express and want to be joyful and want to be happy and doesn't care anything else, doesn't care what other people says. And so I want to really give yourself the permission to be vulnerable, to say something stupid or to do something people think is stupid, but the most important thing is that you enjoy it and you have fun doing that and you fill your heart with the deliciousness, and that's what you are here to do. So as you expand on these 4 points, which is number 1, become aware. Without awareness that you cannot shift yourself to a higher gear or to higher possibility of really experiencing having the intimacy and love you truly desire. So become aware is number 1 point. And number 2 is really to accepting yourself. You know, whatever it is, who you are right now is perfect as where it is. And number 3 is that you want to be truthful to yourself. You know, you honor yourself, your needs, your wants, and be truthful. And don't deny yourself, deny the needs. Oh, this is good, this is bad, whatever, because we do have needs. We have the needs to be loved, right? We have the need to be secure. We have a need to be touched as a human, as a body. The body has a need that you had to fulfill. So to be truthful, give your body, yourself what it needs. And number 4 is being vulnerable. Allow yourself to make mistakes, having fun. And if you want to say I love you, say it with all your heart, and don't worry about other people might judge you. And by putting out yourself is that first step. Allow yourself to be intimate. And once you being fearless and totally, completely being you, and you will experience the intimacy, just intimate. It's everywhere you can experience. You know, you can be intimate with your surrounding, with your environment, and intimate with one and another, and very completely openness, emerging into another person, and that's a divine bliss. And there's so much more. The ultimate intimacy is that you as individual merge into the entire universe, like right this moment, as if the entire galaxy merges into me and feel their intimate energy, and that is a divine bliss. But it all starts with that you being intimate within yourself. You know, within yourself, become aware yourself, become acceptance to yourself, become truthful to yourself, become vulnerable, and allow yourself to expand and being intimate no matter what. And I hope this is helpful insights for you. So to allow you to become really intimate, first be with yourself. And another step, next step will be become intimate with one another, with other people in your life. And the ultimate reality is being intimate and loving with the entire galaxy. And through the energy become one with all that is as if that you are merging back to the oceans of love, which is the energy vibration of this entire galaxy and the universe. So I really, really hope that you get a lot out of this and be able to put it into practice immediately. And last thing I will ask you to do is please, I will love your comments, what you have learned and what you like, and also share where you are in your life, right? In terms of intimate life, in terms of your love, and whatever it is, I would love to hear from you. So all you need to do is very easy. Just put your comments below, and I would love to interact with you, because that's what makes my life juicy, and that makes my life worthwhile, and makes me making mistake valuable. And so make sure you do that. Fill your comments below, and I will be seeing you again and talking with you in my video training number 3, which is the Divine Oneness and Divine Miracle. And I know that you will love it as well. And thank you very much for joining me. And I send you infinite love, light, and gratitude.